All right, everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and today we did have a brand new trailer drop for Halo Infinite. More importantly, it is in regards to the campaign edition of Halo Infinite. So what I want to do is break it down, kind of go over everything here, and most importantly, did it finally deliver, as opposed to the lackluster one that we received about a year ago or so. Well, let's go ahead and jump to it. Alright, so like we were going over, we do have the breakdown of the Halo Infinite trailer. So what I'm going to do is kind of pull out some main points here from TheVerge.com and go over what this trailer emphasizes, or what it shows, what it goes over, and everything like that. And then I will give my thoughts and opinions on what kind of happened here and what I thought about that. So going over this, ultimately, this is a new 6-minute trailer. It does show a lot of new gameplay. It shows it in a short amount of time, of course. It shows new weapons, new enemies, menacing bosses, new AI companion characters that will accompany the players, called, quote, The Weapon. The overview also shows off some of the Infinite's new open-world gameplay and RPG-style gameplay additions, which include optional bases and objectives for players to pursue and selectable upgrades for equipment. Set after the 2015's Halo 5 Guardians, Infinite is the first mainline Halo game in over 5 years, which will look to pick up after the story of the artificial intelligence revolution led by Master Chief's former ally, Cortana, that served as Halo 5's cliffhanger. Infinite will also pick up story threads from 2017's real-time strategy spin-off Halo Wars 2, which introduced the latest strain of Halo's classic Covenant antagonist, the Brute-led Banished. The initial gameplay revealed was viewed by many as underwhelming, that's to say the least, of course, and spawning disappointment and purportedly next-gen visual and the infamous Craig meme that dunked on a close-up shot of particularly poorly rendered Brute. So with Halo Infinite set to launch in a few weeks for the multiplayer on December 8th, the new campaign overview isn't just a chance for the 343 Industries to give players a better idea of what to expect from the game when it arrives, but also a chance for redemption and to better sell fans on Infinite's potential after its lackluster first impression. While 343 Studios or Industries has largely been keeping Halo Infinite's campaign under wraps until today's reveal at least, the studio has been letting players try out Infinite's free-to-play multiplayer mode and a series of preview weekends, of course. So this was intended to launch alongside Xbox Series X and the Series S last fall, but the game was delayed to 2021 due to a variety of development challenges, including the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, and it's now set to arrive on PC, Series X and S, and Xbox One platforms on December 8th, although the game will ship without a few key features, including the campaign's co-op mode and the popular Forge multiplayer map editor, both of which are slated for a 2022 release in a future update, supposedly about 3 months after December there. So we'll see if that holds true or not. But what I do want to say is this has come a very long ways. I was very impressed with the trailer myself. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. My preferred platform is PlayStation, but the one thing that I always did like about the Xbox side of things is I've always enjoyed Halo for the most part. Now, I did try Reach and stuff like that afterwards, and nothing really spoke to me. And obviously that's when I believe, quote me if I'm wrong, in the comments below, but I believe that's when 343 Industries stepped in, is when Bungie went their separate ways after Halo 3. You could definitely tell the shift in dynamic, in my opinion, as I did try it, and there was just something not quite there. So far from what I've heard from the multiplayer aspect, the gameplay is really top notch. It's on par. You got new grappling hooks, so you can really move around freely. This classic gameplay is there for Halo, in which you all know and love. And just with this campaign piece dropping, it looks so well done. I'm very impressed. I give my hats off to these guys because I think, thankfully, they waited another year and more so. They're going to have to work on this even more and polish it up even more so. But from what they've shown today, that is a breath of hope. It's a breath of fresh air because it shows a lot more. And it shows and it feels like the Halo of old to me. It from what I can see, again, I don't have my hands. I never played the stress test. I never played the beta of the multiplayer yet. But from everything I've seen from that and this trailer here, it does feel like the Halo of old. So I do, again, want to give my hats off to that for 343 Industries, really bringing their A game at this point, knowing they needed to put more in there. I'm glad it's whoever the decision maker was there to pull that back and really put in the focus of what was to be expected of this franchise. If this was released the way it was a year ago, this would have hurt the franchise exponentially. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care how much of a Halo fan you are. I don't care how much of an Xbox fan you are. If that released last year in the state it was, that would have damaged it beyond repair almost. I don't know. They would really have to do some things to really, kind of pull back and redo things. And you don't want to do that because look at what Avengers is right now from Crystal Dynamics. They fumbled that. They're still trying to put it on the right path. Pieces of it's fun. I still like it for it being Marvel, but there's a lot of pieces that are still messed up. Thankfully, the reviews dropped for Guardians of the Galaxy, and that got glowing reviews today. So I'm really happy about that. Not to be off topic, but I believe that was Eidos Montreal, right? That is working on that, not Crystal Dynamics. But I don't fault Crystal Dynamics per se. I think they just, here, please make this work. Make it a games as a service. Didn't work. This looks to be a games as a service. Quote me or correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below on this as well. But it looks to be a games as a service, so to speak, as far as like the multiplayer. You got the battle pass. You can buy things that way. I believe that they stated, and again, don't quote me on this, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've researched, they do plan on releasing more and more content, basically DLC, but more of like a games as a service to this open world Halo Zeta, right? So we'll see what kind of happens there, but I like that. I like that if done well. Destiny did it well. However, Destiny overcharged, and that's why I dropped out of that game, because I felt like every expansion was way overpriced, and if you didn't get it right then and there, other people kind of drop off and this and that. I'm not going to get on that tangent as well, but I think they could do this really well. Again, I love games like Far Cry and stuff where it's just kind of open world and you can go and do a bunch of different things and missions and do certain story elements at your own pace. So just really the point of the matter is here is I'm just really impressed. I like the direction it's going. It looks good. You got all the vehicles there that it was showing. You can do so much more with that grappling hook incorporated in there. I know, we have things like Titanfall and a few other games that have incorporated that grappling hook previous to this. But you know what? I always believe in if you have something from another game or franchise and it works well and you can incorporate it into your game and it works well and it doesn't feel tacked on, do it. If it makes the game more fun, just do it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody kind of borrows or takes from each other nowadays. Things have been going on for so many years. It's just bound to happen. So just a kudos off to that. Looks really good. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Me, as a preferred PlayStation platform holder and player and ecosystem, that's not going to stop me from playing good games. It's not going to stop me from playing great games. I really feel like this game could be a great game. So it's something that makes you go like, okay, now this is why I would play on an Xbox console. This is why I would utilize Game Pass. I know the multiplayer is free regardless, but you still have to utilize it through their platform and everything like that, right? Microsoft's platform. But yeah, it just looks so good. So I'm impressed. I mean, and take note that even though you have a preferred platform and ecosystem, do not let that deter you from playing great games. I know that's not going to deter me. Sometimes you got to set that aside and realize, why am I going to hinder myself as a gamer to not play great games? Don't do that to yourself. So regardless of your ecosystem, I get it. Let's say shoe on the other foot, or vice versa. I'll say this for both systems real quick, and we'll wrap it up. But let's say you have an Xbox and you have it to play Game Pass and you're playing Halo or Forza or anything else that's coming out on it. just because you play those kind of platform-specific games doesn't mean if you have a PlayStation, you can't play your other third-party games over there. It doesn't mean you have to buy Battlefield over on Xbox or Call of Duty on Xbox or the next Assassin's Creed on Xbox. And the same thing goes for Xbox users. If you have a PlayStation because you want to play Ghost of Tsushima or Spider-Man or anything like that, that doesn't mean you have to play Battlefield, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, anything else that is a third-party game on that ecosystem. You can still have your ecosystem and have fun, but don't deny yourself from playing great games such as what I've been talking about today. Don't do it. Trust me, you'll be kicking yourself in the long run when you get a little bit older and maybe you get some more sense into things and you're like, oh, and you finally maybe get around to trying something and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't play this in its prime. I didn't play this when it came out, or at least within the first year or two when this came out. I'm playing this game 8 years, 10 years later. Don't do that to yourself. I promise that's a problem. Don't do it. If you have the time, if you have the money, don't limit yourself. I get it if you do. There's all types of reasons why. But don't let your fanboyism stop you from doing that. Just don't do it. I promise you, you'll thank me later. That's what I have to say about that. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and round up the video here and round it off anyways. So again, props off to the trailer. It looked very good. Well done. Like I said, I can't wait to get my hands on it. But for those of you out there, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. Did you like the trailer? Did you have anything good to say about it? Do you have anything bad to say about it? What are your thoughts and opinions on it? You excited? Not excited? Anything I say resonate with you today? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you everybody for your support. We are, as of today, up to 134 subscribers. So thank you anybody that has stuck with me, like I said, from day one or therefore after, or you're brand new to the channel. Thank you so much. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of the content here. And if you are new to the community, please help out a small streamer and content person such as myself. And it really goes a long ways. And I really appreciate it. I really do. So thank you. If you are new, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing as well. Helps me out. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. And we have a Discord. And you can follow me on Instagram. All that information is in the description below as usual. So without further ado, like I said, we'll wrap it up. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Monday. I really hope the week goes by quick. I got some gaming to do myself. Hopefully the rest of you do too. And we'll see you next time on the next Xvault gaming video. And until then, take care.